Hi everyone, my name is Tevin and I'm here to make a review video on one of my absolute favorite video games to play, FIFA Soccer 2013. Let's get to it, shall we? Soccer is one of my favorite sports. I enjoy watching Manchester United play. Obviously, our season has been going as well as we would have hoped for, but I still love watching them anyway. I know here in the States, soccer is not a big deal. To the rest of the world, soccer is usually the number one sport in almost every country. Soccer here in the rest of the world is equivalent to the NFL here in the States. And Messi and Ronaldo are like the Kobe and the LeBron of basketball. Pele is our Michael Jordan. So the rest of the world, we love soccer. FIFA is one of the most played and most sold out games in the entire world. So FIFA is one of the most played video games in the world. According to PlayStation Lifestyle.net, FIFA was actually top 5 in most of the world, and it was number 1 in the UK. It outsold Grand Theft Auto, Destiny, and Call of Duty. Let's see what makes this game so awesome. So one of the very first things that probably will pop out to you is probably how the game looks. I think most of us, if you're a gamer, how the game looks is what attracts us to the game. And FIFA 2013 does a good job, but it's not excellent. And I'll tell you why. FIFA has done a lot of work since its beginning to improve the field. Things like when it's raining, you actually see the rain as it hits the ground. And what FIFA has done well in this game is that when it rains, you could actually see the results of the rain and how it affects the pitch and the players. You will see that players will slip when they make cuts. You will see that when the ball bounces, that the water will bounce up with it. You will see that in the cuts, the rain will come. So FIFA has done a lot to improve its presentation when it comes to making the game real and come alive for the players. Done a lot of good things also to capture how the fields look like in real life. For those that aren't soccer fans, most soccer fields have a certain design on their grass or on their field that they play on. And sometimes for most English clubs, it's like a square thing. It's like one dark green, then a light green, and it repeats like that. So it looks like a plaid shirt or something like that. And sometimes they have the circles, which I must say is one of my favorite to play on. Another important part of FIFA and how they've improved their looks is in the players. Now, like I said before, it's good, but it's not excellent. And really, it doesn't have to be, because apart from the players that we know, such as Messi and Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney, Hazard, Ibrahimovic, Benzema, Pogba, popular players like Giroud or Cazorla, apart from those players, we don't really care how the other players look. But with those popular players, FIFA has done a lot better job of creating them. I must say that the game modes are absolutely terrific. I love playing the game modes. It is a great addition to the game. One thing I love about the game modes is pretty much the reason why we still buy FIFA, and that's to play the FIFA Ultimate game mode season. I love this game mode simply because of the challenge that it presents. Why play a video game if it doesn't challenge you? Why waste your time and play a video game that you're gonna beat in a couple of days and there's nothing else to do? Because is that it gives you an ability to play almost like with an all-star team. For those that are new to soccer and don't understand what the FIFA Ultimate mode is, it's basically a season mode, but you get to buy players that you want and put them on your team and compete in a particular season. I love the challenge that it presents because you have to play a lot of games to buy coins. You have to buy contract for players. Players get hurt, so you have to go and put in coins to get them healed up and patched up and cured of their injuries. And it is a very interesting game because as a big soccer fan, it challenges you. Like, what kind of players do you want? What kind of players play well together? What kind of players have a better chemistry together? What kind of players can you assemble together to be successful? And also, what type of formation would you play in to have your players be as successful as they can be? Because the online play is awesome. Just being able to put your own team together, a bunch of your favorite players or a bunch of players you never even knew, but you get them and you play with them and you see how much you love them and you use them online, and it just creates a lot of fun. And just overall, FIFA Ultimate Season is just a great addition to FIFA. It's exactly what FIFA was missing, and now FIFA has got that ultimate. I guess you could call this the knockout blow. So for me, there are a lot of other soccer games out there aside from FIFA. Just one thing, or well, to me, one thing that separates itself from all the other. FIFA has almost every league in the world. We have the Barclays League, you have the Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, League One in France, you have League Two, you have the Champions League, you have the Dutch League, you have the Scottish League, you have Saudi Arabia, you have the Australian League, you have the Asian leagues, you have the lower divisions of the Spanish League, the lower divisions of the English League, and the French, and as well as the Italian and German leagues. So I think that's one thing that FIFA does well. Not only do they do that well, but also they have the right emblems, they have the right jerseys, they have the right players, they have everything that is, every information about the player, and it just adds to the realness of the game. And I think that's why people are just in love with FIFA, because it is real and you're getting a real run for your money. One thing that we all have to admit that we like, one difference that I saw between FIFA and Pro Evolution is that Pro Evolution, sometimes even the little leagues that they did have, they didn't have the right jerseys. I mean, for Chelsea, I remember they had this blue jersey from like the 1920s or something. So teams like Manchester City and other clubs like that, they had like jerseys from like 1818 or something, and I'm like, that does not add to the game. Presentation is everything for a gamer. I would believe that presentation is everything, and FIFA has got that spot on. And I believe having the right jerseys, having the right names, having all of these teams and all of these leagues helps add and makes the game come to life for players. As stated earlier, FIFA is a great game. I don't have a ton of problems with FIFA. I don't go and I don't see a lot of problems as long as I've been playing FIFA. It is a great game. It helps, makes it fun. I don't really have a ton of problems with FIFA. I think it's a great game. But there is one or two things that I wish FIFA would correct. To international teams, FIFA has a couple of teams. FIFA does not have all of the teams. And I don't have a problem with FIFA not having all the teams. But if FIFA is going to have all or some of the international teams, at least have the international teams that are being competitive. For instance, they have majority of the European teams, because European teams, all of them pretty much compete. South American teams, yes, all of them are very good and they compete. They have the United States, people from the CONCACAF, they have the Australian and the Oceanic leagues. But the problem lies for me is in the selection of the African teams. If you don't know by now, I am African. And I am from Ghana. Every time it's just Cameroon, it's Senegal, it's recently Nigeria, and all the time South Africa. And I don't have a problem with these teams, but what FIFA needs to understand is when we Africans get together, we would like to play with our own individual teams. And why make all of these teams and be missing one of the top teams in all of Africa? One of the most sought after teams, one of the most talented teams in Africa. Excuse me, FIFA, Ghana has created some of the best players who are currently playing in some of the best leagues right now. Ghana created from that frustrating part of FIFA. I don't have a lot of problems with FIFA. There are still a bunch of African teams that I can play from. I have Ivory Coast, I have Cameroon, I have Senegal, I have South Africa at my disposal. So FIFA doesn't do a whole lot wrong when it comes to me. I don't see a ton of things wrong with FIFA, and I believe it's a great game. It challenges players. I think soccer fans are very grateful for that game, and it just comes down to playing it and learning how to play it. Just like soccer, when you meet a new opponent, you have to study them, you have to play against them in order to beat them. You have to find a way, you have to come up with a scheme, you have to play the right formation, you have to play the right players in that formation, and that is the type of challenge that FIFA presents, and that's why I'm in love with this game. I don't see a ton of things wrong with that game, aside from not having Ghana. FIFA is just a great game, overall game for me. FIFA forces you to play like professionals, that every pass you make, you have to think 2 steps ahead, kind of like playing chess. Hey, thanks for watching. My name is Tevin. There's another 21-minute extended version of this video that you can also watch on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to me at PIWCATL. Click the red subscribe button at the bottom of the video. Please like, share, or comment on my video. I'd love to see what you think. Peace.